Welcome into the Stand Like Men podcast. I'm Daniel Trollenberg.
And I'm Logan Ingram.
I started that at just the wrong time.
That's all right.
We're here to discuss what it means to be a man of God, and we're looking at true biblical masculinity, and we encourage y'all to join us along the way.
Yeah, if y'all are enjoying, please give us a like, subscribe, rating, whatever you got on Spotify, YouTube, social media, whatever it is. And y'all are also more than welcome to send us comments and questions at any of those social sites or via email at standlikemen@gmail.com.
Yeah. So we're actually recording after Thanksgiving this time. So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was exactly how I said it went.
Did you do
time.
2 turkeys or 3 turkeys?
We did. So I did one fried turkey
Okay.
and then baked a turkey.
Okay.
I didn't bake it. My mother-in-law did.
Okay.
But I fried the turkey.
Nice.
Yeah. It was good because last year we did 3 fried turkeys and a baked turkey.
That's a lot of turkey.
A roasted with turkey, whatever you want to call it.
That's a lot of turkey.
Oh, it was a nightmare. It took forever because every time you drop a new bird in, the temperature of the oil drops down.
Yeah.
And then each bird, if it's 14 pounds, is about 50 minutes. So that was like 4 hours of frying turkeys.
Yeah, if you only have one fryer, goodness.
Yeah, and we did. We only had one.
Of course. Have you ever seen the William Shatner deep fried turkey?
I don't think so.
He did a PSA for State Farm, and it's just talking about how you need to be safe in Thanksgiving, and like the science behind, like, if you deep fry a turkey, you need to make sure that it is room temperature. Like, you cannot drop a frozen turkey in, or else it's going to explode.
Yeah, my mother-in-law wanted to put it back in the fridge after it had warmed up, and after we injected it and everything. I said, no. We don't room temperature.
Yeah,
we don't want it.
But William Shatner did this PSA, and then someone got a hold of it and then remixed it into a song.
Oh my gosh!
And it is.
I don't remember that.
It is
at all.
so good. It's been around for 15, 20 years.
Man,
it's so good.
Oh yeah, anything William Shatner is probably old.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But we did not have rotisserie chickens or Mama G's Italian pizza for Thanksgiving. I was a little bummed.
You did not have.
We did not have them.
What did y'all have?
We went to a little cafe. It's on the side of the road, attached to the feed store. It's called Veronica's, and you walk in, and it's just kind of this hole in the wall little cafe, and it was pretty good. It was just,
y'all didn't do in-house?
No. Well, no, because we were up in North Georgia.
Yeah.
And we had the problem is up there, you have to bring all of the cooking supplies. There's nothing.
Oh.
We have no pots or pans, or we have a couple like cooking sheets and some silverware, but that's about it. So you have to bring the whole kitchen. It's not worth trucking all of that. So we found there's a little cafe that was open on Thanksgiving.
Sweet.
So we went there, and it was
awesome.
good.
It's like going to the Chinese restaurant
pretty much
in a
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story, yeah. We watched that at the in-laws. Oh yeah.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
We haven't watched that one yet. Well, Emmett hasn't watched that one yet.
Oh really?
Well, it's been on while he.
Oh okay.
It's been on, but we never sat down as a family to watch it.
Yeah. Watch Christmas Vacation. Don't judge.
I've never seen that one.
Have you not?
No, because Mom and Dad wanted me to go to heaven.
Don't judge.
All the bits of it that I've seen on reels and whatnot look hysterical.
It was a family tradition for my wife's family, and it's carried on. My kids have never seen it.
No, we haven't. I was trying to think of I started one last year, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh yes,
we're gonna be watching that one again.
Yes.
I finally found
used to love the Ernest movies, man.
So good.
They were amazing. Jim Varney was an incredible person.
He was a classically trained, Broadway trained actor. Mm-hmm. And then he just did some, I don't know if it was
a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a commercial.
For a car dealership.
Yep. And then it just absolutely took, he did the persona of Ernest P. Worrell for a dealership or repair shop or something.
Yeah. So funny.
And he absolutely exploded after that. And I heard he was an amazing person.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. They're making a documentary about him. I'm very excited.
I am too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'd definitely watch that.
Absolutely. Anyway, so that's our update on Thanksgiving. The actual legitimate update of how our Thanksgiving went.
Yep.
It was good. It was good.
Well, good.
So I guess now we can get back into our series. So we're starting up a series on 1 Timothy chapter 3, and all the little subtitles in the Bible will say it's like or qualifications or characteristics of overseers and elders or shepherds. We're looking at that as characteristics of a godly man, and I don't think anybody would argue that that's a fair definition. And so we're gonna start with the verse.
Let's do it. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 and to the end. Well, not to the end.
Yeah, verse 7.
Verse 7. Not quite to the end. Yep. All right. 1 Timothy.
Tim and cheese.
1 Tim and cheese.
Tim and cheese.
1 Timothy chapter 3, 1 through 7. Here is a trustworthy saying: whoever aspires to be an overseer desires a noble task. Now the overseer is to be above reproach, faithful to his wife, temperate, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not given to drunkenness, not violent but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own family well and see that his children obey him, and he must do it in a manner worthy of full respect. If anyone does not know how to manage his own family, how can he take care of God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become conceited and fall under the same judgment as the devil. He must also have a good reputation with outsiders, so that he will not fall into disgrace and into the devil's trap.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, kind of one thing that strikes me is that none of these are these prerequisite qualifications like we've talked about before.
Yeah.
And over competency. These are all character things.
Yeah.
This all has to do with character. And kind of funny enough, we were talking about Jim Varney, and his character precedes him.
Yeah.
We were talking about how we've heard that he was a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
So, and even though he's been gone a long time, his character goes before him.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that's exactly what these verses are saying. Your
I
character needs to go before you. As it talks about how the outside world sees you. You know, he must also have a good reputation with outsiders.
Yeah. People respect him.
Yep.
And and you're right. You're talking about, it's not about competency. It's not about like how much you know or the things that you've done. It's about who you are as a person.
Right.
Which, I mean, reflects in the things that you do, but it's not like you're not trying to achieve a status.
It's
or
not a
threshold.
checklist of dues.
You have to rake this many yards. You have to sing this, like lead this many songs or sermons. Like it's just, this is you as a person.
Yep.
I wanted to jump in. Okay, so I guess we can talk about like do we want to start with what is above reproach?
Yep.
Today we're talking about
my question. That was going to be.
Okay.
I mean, that was my first question.
That was the question you were going to ask me? Okay.
Yeah.
So for this episode 52, we're going to be talking about above reproach. I'll let you take it over from here.
Yeah. So do you believe that being above reproach,
Easy for you to say.
cannot speak?
That's okay.
Do you believe that being above reproach means that you've never done anything bad
I do not believe
in your
that.
life?
No, I do not
I
believe
don't believe that either. And I think some people do. And they take some of this stuff way too seriously and literally.
Yeah.
And that's not possible. Then nobody can be
Yeah.
a deacon or a leader in the church of any kind, deacon, elder, whatever it is. And so we can't just base it off of that. So we have to remove that image from our mind. That being above reproach is being perfect.
Yeah.
Because we're not.
Above reproach does not mean sinless.
Right.
One of my Bible teachers back in high school called it blameless. You're blameless. And we spent like a week. So like five hours on this topic of like what the difference between blameless and sinless is, because it's not sinless. He's like, no one is sinless except for Jesus Christ. We're talking about being blameless. Were you going to ask like, what is above reproach? Like, what does it mean? Or do you want,
what does it mean if it doesn't mean to be perfect?
Shoot, I was about to kick it back to you.
Oh,
So,
No, kick it back.
okay, what does being above reproach mean?
So I have to look at it like how, I mean, just from my experience with dealing with the church and myself and coming to realize that I'm a flawed and imperfect person.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that you've got, it's not that you haven't sinned.
Mm-hmm.
It's that people can't hold those against you anymore.
Okay.
Like you're blameless, like
Yeah.
you said. Yeah. You know, you've been forgiven. You've been set free from those.
Yeah.
So like no one can really come to me and hold pornography use over my head
Mm-hmm.
because that has been taken care of. I
Yeah.
mean, I told the whole university, 5,000 people about it.
Yeah.
And so that's in the light. It's not something that I've not been forgiven for
Mm-hmm.
and haven't dealt with. And so it's not this, like nobody can blackmail me for that, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody can come to me and say, hey, you better do this or I'm going to tell all of Cersei. I'm like, they already know.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess go ahead. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And so that's kind of how I look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, you know, it's not that you're not sinless because I did it, right?
Yeah.
And struggle with it. It's not that it is literally vanished from my life, but it's no longer part of my spiritual walk. And it's, I've been set free and forgiven for that.
Yeah. One thing this teacher taught me when he was talking about blameless, it's like if there was a sin or a crime or a violation or whatever, like looking at elders, like they are the last person that you would think of.
Right.
So like Fred Gallo, we end up talking about him a lot in the teen class. If you don't know him, he's a good man. You should get to know him. You should come to Highway and meet him. He's the one in shorts and Birkenstocks.
Yep.
If there was a report of like, oh, there's someone at Highway that's trafficking people, Fred Gallo would probably be the last person that you would assume would be part of that.
I like that way better than mine.
Yeah. It's like you're never going to. No, I mean, I think
Well,
your example is very accurate and
it is
and appropriate.
But I think being above reproach, like we're talking about, is that, and like we said,
Yeah.
your character goes before you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I like how you phrase that. Your character goes before you.
Yeah.
But like everybody who knows Freddie, and it's not going to take long before you, in meeting him, before you know who he is and what he's about. Like you're not going to assume that he's going to be part of something as heinous as human trafficking, or even something as like, I don't know, as like less victim-y as like stealing bread from Walmart.
Right.
Or like, I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
like
it's almost
crime.
like your character cannot be questioned.
Yeah.
Right.
Like no one's going to assume that he's like starting fights in the parking lot. No one's
Right.
going to assume that he's like doing dog fights
And
or
here's a good point. Why is that? It's because of the fruits of his life.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And we've talked about that plenty.
Yeah.
It's the fruit of his life that shows his character,
Yeah.
and which makes him above reproach and others.
Yeah. I talked with I heard an older man talking years, like almost 10 years ago. And he was, we were talking about this whole, like, what is blamelessness and sinless. And like, he's like, you know, as an elder, like every once in a while, like I'll be, you know, counseling somebody or talking with somebody and they're like, man, you're sinless. Like you haven't sinned in years. He's like, every time someone says that, which happens frequently, they're like, man, he just sits down and looks at me and says, you don't understand the depths of my depravity.
Yeah.
Like I'm so sinful, and I still have like sinful urges, and I have to call on the name of Jesus every single day, every single hour, and just pray for forgiveness and pray for the strength of the Holy Spirit to overcome these temptations. But like there's still the urge to go out and to do these sins, to commit these sins. Talking about struggle talking today. But yeah, like, I mean, everybody is sinful. Everybody has sin in their life. Everybody struggles with sin. It's just the state of our being right now. Like, we ate the fruit. Like, we are going to be sinful until Jesus Christ comes back.
And it's also tied to the fact that we can't be living two lives.
Yeah.
You know, a public and then a private.
Yeah.
Like with Freddie and many others, we know that they're the same.
Yeah.
You're the same person behind closed doors and over there as you are right here.
Yeah.
In front of the pulpit or at the door greeting people.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question of that either. Why do you think it's important that...
Can I tell a story about Freddie
Please.
real quick? So just an example of how Freddie is Freddie. And I don't necessarily want this episode to turn into like praising Freddie time.
Freddie Gallo is an elder at Highway Church of Christ.
He's a good man.
And a good friend.
And here's an example of that. Like, when you see him, he's always running around. He doesn't stand still hardly ever because he's always finding something to do, putting out chairs, picking up trash, cleaning up vomit in the bathroom, like whatever it is. But he's also extremely gentle, and he's very caring for people, and he's very gentle. There was one time, somehow I got roped into working on the live stream out at church, and it would not work. YouTube was mad at us for not YouTube was mad at us. There's a lot that goes into it, but basically, YouTube saw us as a liability in terms of copyright. And so while I was working on getting that fixed, we tried a new computer, we tried all these different things, and there's no way to test it except during the live service because of the network, internet connection out at church, because we're out in the middle of nowhere and it's bad. And so he keeps he was getting pestered from a lot of people who were a lot of shut-ins. Well, I think one particular shut-in was calling him week after week saying, "Hey, it's not working. I need you to get it working." And Freddie's like, "What's going on?" And Freddie's asking me, and I'm making this long story even longer. I'm not trying to. And so finally, after 3 months of working on this, like, I finally snapped because I'm like, I think we have it fixed, but like, as soon as I have a working solution, it doesn't work anymore. And so I called him up and I just basically chewed him out. I said, "I'm done with this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being treated this way. I'm tired of," and like, basically I was reactionary and I was misinterpreting what he was saying. I was not giving Freddie the benefit of the doubt. And I was not treating him, I was not very respectful. I don't think I was like necessarily disrespectful, but I was not showing him honor like I should have. And so I chewed him out up one side and down the other for like almost 10 minutes. And finally, I just kind of stopped and I'm just like trying to catch my breath. And he goes, "Are you done?" I'm like, Freddie. He goes, No, I'm not trying to be rude. I want to make sure that you say everything that you need to say. Like, we're fine. Like, I need to make sure. I don't want to cut you off. You tell me what you need to tell me, and then we can go from there. And I said, "Yeah, that's all I've got for now." He goes, and he like, we were on the phone. I was going to say he looked at me, but we weren't actually looking at each other. He's like, are you done? Like, "I am so sorry." And like, he started apologizing to me. And like, here I am, half his age. I'm chewing him out, even though he's been a shepherd at Highway for over 10 years. Yeah. I think
so.
He's been there for a while. And like, he has earned the respect of everybody at Highway 10 times over. And I should not have been treating them that way. I should not have been talking to him like I was. But he's just like, are you done? Like, it's okay. Like, he started apologizing. "I'm sorry that I put you in this position. I'm sorry I made you feel this way, because that was not my intention. I was relaying what I heard from that guy, and I was not relaying it well. I'm very sorry." And like, he took the blame back onto himself. And like, I thought like after the phone call, I'm like, man, this is going to be awkward seeing him at church. And he never once made a big deal out of it. He still ran up. He'd still walk up to me and give me a hug. And he's like, hey guy. And he's like, and then just run off to the next person. And when I first started telling the story, I thought, man, this fits perfect in here. But then I forgot why. I don't know if it fit. No, it fits because he's the same person regardless of where he's at. Like he is the same kind and gentle man at church. And when someone's chewing him out, and when like whatever's happening, like he is secure in who he is, and that is a man of God and the man who does what he can to live for Christ. And like it doesn't matter that somebody that was some insolent upstart just starts chewing him out. He's like, okay, I'll let him finish, and then I'll do what needs to be done. And like it would have been very easy to be prideful in that moment and for him to put me in my place. Like he had every right to put me in my place. And like I wasn't rude, but I wasn't showing him honor.
Yeah.
And like he had every right to put me in my place, but he just like, you know what? It's what he needs now is he needs like gentleness and correctiveness. He's like, we'll get through this. Like, and he was tending to my needs at that point. At that moment. Anyway, he's a stand-up guy.
Absolutely. Well, why do you think that character is brought up before confidence? Not confidence, competence. I didn't enunciate well.
Is competence brought up in Tim?
Well, it might not be. I don't think it's brought up at all.
I don't think it is.
But so then it's definitely brought up before.
Yeah. So why is it character over confidence?
Why is it character over confidence?
Do you have an idea?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think character can be taught.
Okay.
Competency can be taught.
Yeah.
Through lessons. Competency is wisdom based and intelligence based and experience based.
Yeah.
And character can be experience based, because you can develop your character, but it's not really like you can't go into a classroom and come back out with a totally changed character necessarily over a 1 hour period, but you can come back with an hour's worth of competency.
Yeah.
Right. And I've known plenty of people that have competency and not character, and they've destroyed lives.
Yeah.
Whereas people who have character but not necessarily the competency in certain areas, and they've changed lives for the better.
Yeah.
And it's really fascinating. I was listening to another podcast, it was a clip of a podcast talking about successful people. And it kind of ties in is this guy's company made him go and work as a caddy at some super rich golf course before he could come back and actually work in the office. And they told him to do that. And after 2 weeks to let him know what he found. And that he said that a lot of the uber wealthy people that he caddied for, their competency wasn't like through the roof. Like their IQs weren't just astronomical. They weren't geniuses. They were men of character and integrity. And those were the most wealthy people that he serviced while he was there as a caddy, and not necessarily people with the highest competence and intelligence and IQ. And so I think that it spills over into every area of our life. It's not just necessarily being a leader in the church.
Yeah.
It's being a leader in our life.
Yeah.
And I think if we start with character, we can learn some stuff.
Yeah.
As long as we're treating people right and are above reproach in our character, then even if we get stuff wrong competency wise and have wrong information sometimes, we can correct.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, the passage where Paul is talking about if I can like sing in the tongue of angels, but I don't have love, and if I can do this, but I don't have love. Like,
and those are all character traits.
That's all character traits. Like if I don't have love, which is a character trait, if I do not have character, it doesn't matter what I can do. It doesn't matter if I can prophesy. It doesn't matter if I've got the Bible memorized. It doesn't matter if I can sing like an angel or preach like Devin Swindle or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if I don't have character, then what's what's the point? Like it so yeah, I think I like what you said. Like competency can be taught, but character can't.
Right. And you can't, I mean, I could have gone into marriage having read every single marriage book that I could possibly find,
Yeah.
and be the smartest person in regards to marriage
Yeah.
that ever lived. But if I cheat on my wife and lie to her all the time, do you think any of that is going to help?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if I read every single what to expect when expecting book and parenting book ever, and I beat my kids for nothing,
Yeah.
or I ignore them and neglect them, or I belittle them all the time? It doesn't matter what I know.
Yeah.
If my character is to tear people down, then I have no value as a parent or a husband or as a leader.
Yeah. Let me read Proverbs chapter 13, verse 6. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but that doesn't sound like it was. Oh,
Wrong version.
yeah. Interesting. Righteousness
Hold
guards.
on, you better read from the approved version.
Well, this is ESV, which I really like the ESV.
I didn't approve that.
Okay. Well, let me start with the ESV, and then let me jump to
read the
NIV.
one you want to.
I like them both. So this is the ESV. Righteousness guards him whose way is blameless, but sin overthrows the wicked. And now for NIV, righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. So we're talking about being blameless, and we're talking about, it's not about like obviously we're sinful people and we need the grace of God. But like there is an aspect of we're free from sin. We're not free to sin. And having the attitude and heart of, I am relying on Jesus Christ, and I'm going to do everything I can to not sin. Ultimately resting in Jesus Christ. And so in the ESV, it says righteousness guards him whose way is blameless. Like you're doing the right thing. But the NIV, it's talking about the person of integrity. So I think it's interesting that it's like, man, my whole point of this was to talk about how blamelessness is being full of character. Like it's about your character. It's a character trait.
Because your character goes with you wherever you are.
Yeah.
It's there when you're alone. It's there when you're in public. It's there when you are asleep. It's there when you wake up.
Yeah. I think Proverbs 13:6 like supports or confirms that like being above reproach or being blameless is a character thing. It's not about your competency. It's about who you are.
Well, people, when you're a man of character, people know you and trust you.
Yeah.
Your wife trusts you, kids trust you, family trust you. And sometimes it's amazing how it's almost like if you walk up to a perfect stranger, there's hints that you get of what their character is, right?
Yeah.
There's people, I guess the kids call it aura.
Yeah, or the vibes.
Or the vibes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
that's
it's
exactly
both.
right.
It's either or, I think.
And I've had people bring this up, and I think I've talked about it before, but it's not what you say, it's how you make people feel.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that's kind of the same thing with character versus competency, because you can say all the right things, but if you make people feel like crap,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. And so you can kind of equate that feeling with your character and then your words with competency. And it's like almost an unsaid thing character can be. And I don't know if that's the Holy Spirit like shooting off rays of character and aura or what it is. But it's funny that you can kind of tell.
I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
No, it's not that. Probably not.
You've watched a lot of anime, Logan?
Actually, no.
Oh, really?
I've never watched anime in my life. All right, so
please get us back on track.
So the great men of the Bible, if you look at, almost all of them had no competency in what God wanted them to do.
Oh, yeah.
Moses, Noah, Gideon,
The apostles.
David, the apostles. Yeah, they weren't You think of, how old was David? 12?
Yeah, I mean 12 to 16, 12 to 14, something like that.
You think a 14-year-old knows how to rule the world? No. But his character.
My son is 13 and he's not ready to be king yet.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare for, I know lots of, I don't know a single 16-year-old that could handle that.
Is Josh
12 to
16 now?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean,
be a bad
he's
idea.
ready to rule the kingdom, right?
No. His competency needs a lot of work. His character's good.
He is a good kid.
Yes.
I like him.
But so all of the great men of the Bible, and they imposter syndrome, because their competency wasn't up to snuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know anything about ruling and leading people and taking over kingdoms and assembling armies and whatever else it was, or building back a temple and a kingdom. But their character is what led God to choose them.
Yeah.
They weren't even men of stature sometimes. They were little. They were the least of their tribe. They were the runt of the family, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it was their character that drove all of it. And their character was evidenced by the fruits of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we focus on. It's not do we not sin and are we perfect? It's what does our life look like? You know, are we good fathers? Are we good husbands? Are we good in our community? Do we serve others? Are we kind and gentle and all the things? And there is a checklist of things we need to be, but they are character based. It's not like, hey, go run a mile and go take 60 hours of classes and you're ready.
Yeah. Go to seminary once you graduate seminary, or once you get your doctorate of divinity, then you can be a elder or shepherd. It's like, that's not what they're requiring.
Well, if you really look at it, they're listing the fruits of the Holy Spirit again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Oh yeah. It's like, what do the fruits look like in an average person? Yeah. Ooh, that'd be an interesting study in comparison to find the fruits of the Spirit in this. Anyway, we'll leave that to the listener.
We had more interactive listeners because we could assign homework.
We could. You know, we did say at the end of the last episode, hey, let us know. What's today? Is today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. So yeah, the episode's been out for 4 days now. Mm-hmm. Not a single person has emailed us to tell us what their thoughts are.
No. Sad.
Although I didn't give them a deadline. It's okay. It's okay for me to guilt trip them.
Here's a little homework.
It's
for
our
listeners.
podcast.
That's exactly right.
It's our
we
podcast.
Won't answer to anybody.
We can guilt trip them. Shame on you, listeners.
As if you will, why don't you just go around and see if you can start identifying people in your life and just random strangers. See if you can find somebody on the street or anybody you come in contact with, and maybe step out of your comfort zone and talk to them. You know, have an actual conversation with them and see if, like that thought that I was saying, that your character precedes you and you can kind of tell when you're talking to somebody whether they're generally a decent human being or not. Mm-hmm. Maybe write some of those down and share them with us. You know, you've met so-and-so or so-and-so is in your life, and here's the fruits of the Spirit that you see in their life.
Yeah. But the important thing is share them with us.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Tell us.
Write them down and send them to us.
Write them down.
That's why I want their name.
Standlikemen@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So Titus chapter 1, verse 5 through 7, ESV. This is why I left you in Crete, so that you might put what remained into order, and appoint elders in every town as I directed you. If anyone is above reproach, the husband of one wife and his children are believers and not open to the charge of debauchery or insubordination, for an overseer as God's steward must be above reproach. He must not be arrogant or quick-tempered or a drunkard or violent or greedy for gain, but hospitable, a lover of good, self-controlled, upright, holy, and disciplined. I went into verse 8 there a little bit. But when I read Titus, it looks to me like above reproach is kind of the umbrella over these other characteristics, because it is talking about the character. And here's how you interact with your wife. That is going to be based on your character in action.
Yep.
Are you a drunkard? Well, that's based on your character in action.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gentle or temperate or not greedy for money? That's your character in action. So it starts with the character, and then we're going to see how that character plays out. But being above reproach, being blameless, being someone with integrity, as Proverbs 13 talked about in chapter 6. Nope. Proverbs 13 talked about in the NIV is like your character is being blameless or being above reproach. It's about being someone with integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but yeah, I believe this like above reproach, it's just kind of an umbrella over the rest of these characteristics. Do you have any comments, thoughts, disagreements, side remarks?
Just something that popped in my mind is, the word integrity.
Yeah.
It's, I guess the root word is integral.
Oh, probably.
And so
sounds right.
Yeah. And so if you're a man of integrity, then it's integral to your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just rip that away. You'd be a totally different person.
Yeah.
And so I think that's worth noting that we're different.
Yeah.
If there's a man who lives in integrity and is above reproach, that is his character and that's who he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's again, not just a checklist of things that he can accomplish.
Yeah.
It's who he actually is. And I think that's exactly what we're trying to find out is what kind of men are we supposed to be? Who are we supposed to be?
Yeah. It's how when I chew out Freddie, he doesn't like respond in kind. He is who he is because that's integral to him.
And someone I think that lives in integrity is if they do something wrong.
Yeah.
If you do snap out of anger, come back to that person and make it right.
Yeah.
If you falter in a sin, you bring people in on that
mm-hmm.
and you confess it to them. That's someone in integrity.
Yeah.
And then until you do that, then you're not living in integrity.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing that Ryan Mickler talks about in Order of Man and the Iron Council is living in integrity and sovereignty. Mm-hmm. If when you're living out of integrity is you're doing things and you're not admitting them. Mm-hmm. You're not bringing them to light. You're not making them right. Yeah. You're just doing it and living with it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you again for joining us on the Stand Like Men podcast today. We're really enjoying these conversations. And again, we learn so much just by digging in ourselves because sometimes this isn't stuff that we just think about on a day-to-day basis. And we've got to have, like almost a call to action on our side to really dig in and we get to learn more. And I think there's a saying that that you learn more when you're teaching than when you're a student, mm-hmm. something like that. And I believe that that's true, but we're so glad y'all are here. And again, if y'all want to continue these conversations and write comments, write us emails, whatever it is, we'd love to hear from you guys. Fulfill some of your homework duties and be hunting for people with, that have a parent.
Be hunting for people.
Be hunting for people. All right. Have a good day. Be looking for other men because we've talked about mentors before too. But if you're looking for other men to band with, you want to see these fruits in their lives as well. So be looking for those, try to identify those and compare them to your own life. See if there's areas that you can improve as we are. I mean, as we talk about this stuff, we can't help but feel inspired to dig a little deeper and try and dig deeper into our spiritual walks and make sure that we are living up to this podcast and what God wants us to do as men of God and as masculine Christian men. So if y'all want to write us, send us email, comments, whatever on all the socials, YouTube, everything. You can email us at standlikemen@gmail.com. Don't forget to give us a rating and see y'all next time. Our verse is 1 Corinthians 16, 13, and 14.
Be watchful.
Stand firm in the faith. Act like men. Be strong.
Let all that you do be done in love.